Hello and welcome to another episode of Music and Words Unite. I am your host, Troy, and with me I have my partner in crime and co-host, Mark. How you doing, Mark?
So,
And today we actually got our first set of viewer requests, and we've gotten requests for actually there's an album that's coming up. Mark, you don't even know about that one yet, but I'll talk to you about later. But for now, this is like individual songs that people requested. So I said, you know what? Why don't we just do a couple reaction videos to different songs that people requested? And all of this is completely new to me. 100%. I've never heard any of these bands. So that's pretty exciting, I would say.
hmm
Um, the first band we're going to be reacting to, and these are going to be separate videos, so but you'll see what I mean if you actually end up watching them all. The first band we're going to be reacting to is called Edensong, who is a New York-based orchestral progressive rock band formed in 2004. And it looks like they have a debut album in 2008 called The Fruit Fallen. And let's see if they have, wow, look at the current members. Okay.
hmm
And former members. My goodness. Okay. And it looks like they have three albums, um, and they have an official site. Let's see. Okay, cool. So, look, Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull. A
mm.
great example of contemporary progressive rock. Okay, now I'm excited. See, now I'm excited. All right. So, Mark, you've ever heard of this band?
No, but I have listened to orchestral instrumental progressive rock before. Have you ever heard of a band called Snarky Puppy?
I heard of them, but I've never actually listened to them.
They're also a collective orchestral progressive rock band.
I
Not
see.
as more jazz, I would say, and like soul-ish than
Hmm.
progressive rock, but kind of along the same lines. But I'm very excited because I like Snarky Puppy a lot. So
Cool, cool.
yeah.
Well, so the song we're going to be reacting to is called Hall of Statues. All right. Now, I'm going to warn you folks out there, we are going to pause throughout it, mainly for copyright reasons. Also, and trying not to get the video blocked because we had a couple videos blocked recently. So we're going to try a different method. Instead of chopping them up, we might just pause and talk a little bit. But that's the only reason. I don't typically like to pause when I listen to music, but hey, it's YouTube. So here we go. So far, I like it.
Mhm. Me too.
So far.
Be the sculptor, but instead I just scrub the stones. When did this place become a hall of statues and not a living, breathing home? My words reflect around stone corners and linger here too long. When did my work become a chain of echoes and not a living, breathing song? That's where we build our dreams in stone and play on wood and hide and cut and bone. I never completed this by my own hand. When I'm long gone, these things still will go on as planned. This harbor stand.
Okay, so we're 2 minutes in. All right. Any thoughts so far?
I like what I'm hearing.
The bass line and the verse reminds me a little bit of Chris Squire from Yes, actually.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what jumped out at me. That's a good thing, by the way. That's not a knock. That's a
The
good
f-
thing.
the first
Yeah,
impression that I got was, are you familiar with Porcupine Tree or Steven Wilson?
I'm familiar. Yep.
I got that kind of vibes when the singing started, so that's very good because I love both. So,
Okay. Cool. Cool. Okay. Very nice.
mm-hmm.
All right. Let's keep going.
We cast our light, as luminaries upon the ancient vaults above. When did our bond become a reliquary and not a living, breathing light? I held on to it so dearly that I crushed it in the palm of my hand. When did I become a hall of statues and not a living, breathing man? That's why we build our dreams in stone and play on wood and hide and gut and bone. I never complete this by my own When I'm long gone, these things still will go on as planned. This all will stand.
God, I feel like we're about to get into like an epic. I don't know. I've never heard this band. It might be like an epic instrumental section. I'm not sure, but we'll stop real quick right here. The second verse, I really like that. How it kind of picked up. It got more like progressive metal. Some odd time signatures. I don't know. What do you think so far?
There's flute, so I like it.
Hell yeah. I mean, come
Mm-hmm.
on, come on. I mean, one of the interesting things about this channel is, we just started this for fun to talk about any kind of music, right? And it started off talking about a lot of progressive music, which this is too. But we've kind of talked about other music like Smashing Pumpkins, and I'm sure in the future there'll be all kinds of stuff we'll talk about, right? But I love hearing things which I've never heard before, even bands I've never heard before. So shout out to the requesters out there. A friend of mine requested this, and actually one of my best friends requested this. I was at a show with him last night, and he's like, "Dude, have you heard the new Edensong?" I'm like, "I don't even know what it is." So there you go. So here we go. Let's keep going. Well, there you have it. That was the new Eden song. song called Hall of Statues. What did you think, Mark?
That was very enjoyable.
Any other
Um,
thoughts?
um, it's like standard, like progressive rock, like, you know, started off singing verses, weird time signatures, a lot of different instruments, slow part in the middle, then
Mhm.
explosion at the end.
Right.
It's a perfect formula.
What I thought what caught me off guard in a good way, actually, and maybe it's I've just listened to way too much Dream Theater in my life, which could be. But
Hmm.
when I stopped it that last time and I said there's probably some epic instrumental part coming up, it was like a totally chilled out. It was all instrumental, but it wasn't like, it was epic in its own way. I say when epic, I meant like, crazy instrumental piece, right? But it was more chilled out, but I really, really liked it, I would say.
Yeah,
It
I
was
liked it a
because
lot
it
too.
kind of surprised me because it wasn't like, progressive metal. You would just expect a guitar solo there or something like that. So,
Hmm.
so yeah, it seems like they're kind of by going a little bit more low key, they're shaking it up a little bit, So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
you put the word orchestral in there, and I'm automatically interested. So no matter what it is, honestly. So
Hell yeah.
yeah.
This same friend mentioned that like their first couple albums are some of his like favorite progressive rock albums like ever, actually. And he's a big Dream Theater fan. So
Okay.
so yeah, so that might be something maybe in a later time we'll check out an album or something uh if especially when this new album comes out, maybe that's an album we review.
You know what would be good? A new generation progressive rock video. Because there's a couple other newer generational progressive rock bands that are really good too that we could put in there.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, yeah. There you go. So Edensong definitely be in that one. All right.
Hmm.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. If you like this one, give it a thumbs up. If you have a comment, if you want to talk about this song, feel free to leave in the comments. If you want to request a song or an album or whatever, a tier list, whatever you want to request. A tier list is a little tougher. Of course, we'll try to do it if it's something that we have. Obviously, a tier list, we have to be familiar with the music. Otherwise, it's like impossible. But anyway, but if you do have a tier list request, an album, a song, whatever, or a topic, feel free to put in the comments. All right. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.